I think a lot more considered, like a lot more consistent of a comp for sure, but kind of lacking some of that like Yang front-loaded firepower that I'm kind of used to Oryx seeing. But Ragnar Yumi kind of on a similar end, just or Yumi with a stronger character with Yumi instead of Elizabeth. But yeah, here let's get on with this round start.
Absolutely, we've been strong. Next to say, oh, but they didn't commit, bro. Perhaps they were waiting for a burst and something to train to beat. But at the end of the day, they weren't able to do it because they have no resources, and now they're stuck in the corner against Narukami.
Yeah, just trying to just keep this Yumi in the corner. Constant air dashes back and just like weaving in and out. Just try to get the hits there. Gets the throw bait, but no full punish. Hits the 2C as well, but again, no punishes here, but a lot of distance being thrown out, coming into favor of Church.
Okay, in the corner, they have a nice advantage. Oh, they Masodime, they keep it safe with the DHC, and they were unable to punish. Now Yang has the advantage, keeping Ragna all the way to the corner. A safe jump, that's going to hit Narukami. DHC, that's going to be armor, totally! They took a lot of damage though, but at least they were able to save interaction.
Yeah, ooh, dodges the burst there with the Gauntlet Hades. Thankfully, no punish on their side. Narukami looking quite low. Finds a safe opportunity to swap over into the Yang, and maybe getting some pressure here. Life total is definitely in Church's favor, and could have been maybe a little worse there, but thankfully, no punish on that burst. And going to be activating Semblance with those EX snowbirds. You got to be very careful about what you do so far.
Oh no, they were able to burst, they don't have any more resources to punish, and no, they got throw bait by the JB. They're going to be all the way to the corner, and they're going to be baited once again. And that's going to be the Yumi leaving Ragnar all alone. Oh, the HC, there you go. The full response.
Yeah, thankfully needed to spend the 4th bar there in order to get that kill, but still, 2v1 situation, a lot of health on Church's side, and especially having that Ragnar lifesteal too is just going to make things exponentially worse, but maybe doesn't even need to utilize the lifesteal here, as putting Yang in that one-touch scenario, goes for the card of scissors, and no punish, but does get the frame trap there with the 5A.
Okay, they activate resonance of their own. Pretty much both players are in one-touch scenario. Need to be quite careful what they do next. No, 5A is able to reach Ragnar, the counter hit, and with that, Orax takes the first game.
Yeah, just generally a pretty back and forth dynamic there going on, even though Orax didn't get to play the 2v1 for that long, as Narukami did die relatively early. It just gave Orax enough momentum to kind of make up the life total disadvantage that they were facing, and especially with that Semblance Yang, can always be threatening to kind of whip a button right in front of her, or even throw out buttons due to her armor. So really good utilization of like Yang's tools there to really make it scary for Church.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This character is very volatile. It can be like 0 to 100 like instantaneously, depending on the situation. So the fact that Orax was able to play their cards correctly and overwhelm Charge at the end says great things about Orax Jax.
Alright, but starting off with a happy birthday there. Could have been a lot more threatening, but will be hitting that Yang a little bit more. Forcing out a burst into the Narukami. Yeah, just trying to get some standard U pressure here, but nothing too threatening. Going to be allowing Church to get back in, but gets DP'd for the troubles. And you know what? Bust straight right out.
Okay, Exio Kara catching both the characters. Happy birthday. Oh, that was so weird, but at the end they were able to build them back into the corner. Nice Oki with cross slash. And they're not able to punish with 2B. So Ragnar survives.
Yeah, that Narukami 2B it's a pretty solid button overall, but it's really bad at actually catching burst here. Gonna be allowing Oryx to get some combos there. I don't know if that was a safe jump attempt or just attempted a combo. It's been a while since I've seen that route from Yang, but regardless, going to be popping the Semblance. Go straight back, trying to start some aggression here, but yeah, Church going to be going in with a 2C quickly into the kill on the Yang, going to be tempering her before she can get anything going.
Oh, they were able to interrupt Exio in the middle of the animation. Another air rave, active switch into super. Church is able to tie the score 1-1. That was an amazing display.
Yeah, definitely. And I think overall, for sure, the matchup kind of went as the matchup between the players kind of going as expected. A very kind of like back and forth type of game. Naturally, Oryx being a Yang player is very much on the aggressive side of things, but compared to like other Yang players, I tend to find them a little more patient compared to like the say the likes of Deku or like Guzman. Obviously, it's Yang, a gorilla character. They got that bloodlust in them. But overall, fighting Orax is a bit of a different experience compared to fighting another Yang player. So there's a little less chaos going around than one might expect. But still, let's see how it goes here in this game 3.
Okay, Academic Cross combo pretty early on in the match, trying to maintain the pressure going. They're all the way to the corner. Oh, nice! Aziz was able to hit the assist. And now Yang has all the movement going on. They're back in the corner. Oh, that's the command grab right there. Oh, but they messed up the interaction. Maybe they're trying to go for XEO, but instead they got XEO card. Oh, that's a shame.
Definitely, but just gets the nice 5A check against the Yumi there, going to be maintaining that corner position. Try to follow up there, but still going to be getting a good amount of hits. Not going to be punishing the burst, allowing the Ragnar to get in, but the 5AAA will be punished. Orax back in this corner.
Okay, 50-50. Oh yeah, that was a very tough situation. JC able to kill Ragnar pretty much quickly. Now it's solo Yumi, level 3 resonance. Oh, nice! Super to punish the 5A, but right now for Charlie it doesn't look that great. It's now the one scenario. Both of those characters are pretty strong, close-up personal, and I think with this plus assists, that's going to be game for Orax.
Yeah, definitely a lot more dominant in that situation. Definitely more Narukami focused kind of gameplay than I'm used to. I haven't seen Oryx play in a while, and I'm just judging based off the last time I see them. But Narukami isn't necessarily like their star like token character, but has solid fundamentals down, and with Narukami is that's all you really need. As long as you know like some basic setups, you can be effective with the character, and that's nothing too flashy coming out from Oryx side. Just was able to catch Church with some frame traps as well as some throw baits, and it's just been working out, and they're on set point.
Absolutely. Let's see if Church is able to adapt and able to, keep the pressure going. And right now, it's doing exactly just that. Starting with a happy break, they're very strong. The advantage, nice Gauntlet Ladies, best move in the game. But the nice burst. Now everything goes back to neutral.
Yeah, good air catching that Ragnar there. Got a little bit of a clip against them, but no full conversion. Ooh, I don't know if they wanted that there, but will be baiting the burst with that 2B. Going to be maintaining that corner position as well, but drops the combo and gets JC'd for their troubles, but no fear after the 2 speed. They're just going to be mashing it out, and oh no, went for the command grab, and going to be punished. Going to be putting Yang in that red zone, flopping that semblance. You got to be careful.
No, happy birthday just after the set is activated. 5 calls now. No, to be not able to stabilize the full combo, so that means that Yumi is able to leave after that. It's not looking great for Church, but they got a nice 5B and a reset them for the throw. That's amazing news for Church, trying to get at least some of the advantage after that horrific interaction.
Yeah, goes in for the oh my god, yeah, just like that is a consistent interaction. You can armor through that Yang parry, but it looks like neither player was super ready for it. But Church coming out on top, solo Narukami once again, not exactly the star of the show, but by no means a bad solo resonance character. Gonna be oh my god, that's how I know that Master Chief has taught this woman.
That was so freaking awful. The fact that Gauntlet Hades was able to go straight, I am aware that you are able to punish Narukami if you walk towards him, because it makes sense. It's Persona, they are not like together. But still, the fact that they were able to jump, get out of the way of Machine, and then punish, I freaking hate Ragnar sometimes.
That's why Gauntlet Hades is the best move in the game. That's why.
Like, actually, just case in point, clip it, put it to your YouTube highlights channel, like official sourcing. Gauntlet Hades is in fact the best move of the game, and will be tying up the set 2-2 set point, and what has been a like I feel like I keep on saying very very back and forth game. I gotta open up just. Never mind. You know what? We can talk about English later. What we can talk about now is some violence that is being committed.
Oh, Jang in the corner, not looking that great for Church. Well, to burst. They were able to confirm at the J because of the counter hit. That's nice. Oh, but again, the bait throws with JB really seems to be very effective. And the counter catches both characters. And now we have a nice happy birthday. Oh, that was unexpected with Aaron Ray.
He might be dead for that. Oh no. He did swap over into the Ragnar. That definitely would have killed, but that's putting Norcup in a one-touch situation and, you know, gets the throw of the self, blasting in with the Yang, but does hit the throw punish as well. Some of the chaos is starting to peak out here. Yumi in that one-touch zone. You gotta be careful what you do next.
Okay, nice XP, catching him off guard. And we're... Oh no! Ragnar is to destabilize our Rave, so at the end they weren't able to get the full combo. Now Ragnar, Jang is on resonance and killing Ragnar in the process. Oh, he's not looking very great.
Yeah, what a couple, like, what could only be described as BB tag seconds going on there. Does get the 5A check, goes into the Devoured by Darkness, and this should be a kill here. Able to get the final hit here. Church HB going to be moving on to the next side of the bracket. 3-2 over Orax.
I'm just still, like, very confused about that Gauntlet AD's interaction. I don't like Ragnar at all. Good thing I'm not the one fighting Ragnar today.
It's true. But they are coming for you. They are quickly approaching your location, and it is with Gauntlet Hades. But yeah, you know, all things considered, you know, even though Orax, well, it did end up losing that set. A 3-2 victory after not participating in WNF for a while is a pretty good showcase. You know, especially with a team that I don't know if they're currently maining it as of right now, but, you know, team that they didn't really grow up with. Still some pretty solid utilization of the Yang Narutami Team Comp, and I wish them luck in the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And right now, what we have next on brackets, I believe it's going to be Fish Liquor against HBK Man, if I say that correctly. So that's going to be interesting. I know Fish Liquor or Secrets of Numbers, but I don't know that much about HBK Man. I think I have seen their name before in lobby. And if I remember correctly, it's going to be another Narukami player, and I think it's Narukami Chie. Not like the most common team that you see every time, since, you know, for both Narukami and Chie, there are like way better options. But together they can make some chaos.
Yeah, you know, it's a Z comp with two really strong characters together. Oh, well, that's Yang Chie.
Now it's Yang Chie. Well, I was writing one thing. But they do play Narukami. Nice, okay, whatever.
All right.
I will say, before we get into the match, there is a Matcherino, exclamation point Matcherino, Matcherini, Macchiato, Master Cheap, Linguini, all those commands and more will give you a link to the Matcherino page where you can contribute directly to the bracket pot. Top 3 is getting paid out, so any contribution you make, big or small, is greatly appreciated to the players who perform tonight as well. And again, as per usual, if you leave a comment with your contribution, we will read it out live on stream for you, so long as it's not something that'll get us canceled, you know. Yeah, we gotta have that stipulation here. But, you know, there are a couple of contributions already in the pot. We have $15 so far collected in that. $10 from me, with the comment of, I've seen Kitasan Black more than I've seen my family. And,
oh!
Yep. with that, thank you, Dyson, as well, for the $5 contribution with that follow-up.
Yeah, Shout outs to the Japanese player base. Glad to see that even though we are in a different region, we got some support overseas. So big shout outs to them.
I really don't understand the quote, but you know what? Good for you all. I am a horse denier. I don't know what's going on.
You can join Dark Falco in that endeavor. He's in the corner over there.
It's fine. Seems kind of lonely though.
Damn, no, not in the horse denier corner, but we can talk about horses all we want, but we're gonna be talking about some BB tag coming up next. Noelle Izui versus Yang Qie coming up right now.
Okay, starting strong. Nice TP. We have the troubles. Nice active switch. Oh, but no conversion of the 5E. That's going to cause a bit of the match. It's fine though. It's in the beginning. A double DP. That DP is not very easy to punish. That's a shame.
Yeah, and Noelle coming in and starting off already relatively low, but the Yang not looking so hot herself. Gonna be getting what I can only be described as an Arab blockable reset attempt, but the Yang armor just simply did not care. That was kind of insane on both ends, but going to be DPing out of the situation. Fish looking getting their Noelle out of this precarious situation and bringing in the Izoi, and both players bringing in their healthier characters. But that's still very dangerous on both sides.
Okay, at least they got a TP punish. Not the best starter, so it's not going to do that much damage. But still, it's going to be good for neutral. Let's see what's going on. Oh, they take 4, so that means that they don't have any follow-up. At the end, HBK Man is able to just keep the momentum going. And the corner against Yang and Qie is probably one of the most dangerous places to be.
I'm going to be summoning the Ogni Acid there and goes in straight with the 5 speed and spends the cash to make sure Izoi does get put into that one-touch zone here. Very precarious once again for everyone, but it's still throwing out DPs. Still just throwing out DPs. No one gives a care in the world about blocking. And this is how we're gonna play.
4 DPs in a row, and after that it's going to be a punish. Probably going to be a dead character after the cross combo interaction and a super, and that's going to be the first game for HBK Man. Please do a combo. There were 4 DPs in a row, but hey, at the end of the day, as long as you win, it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Izio's DP is a combo. It's 2 hits. That was a combo that they did with DP.
And Qie too. It's like a multi-hit. I think it's like 4 kicks.
Yeah, there were combos. They just weren't. There were just 1 button combos. Or it's 2 buttons technically.
Yeah, 2 buttons. But that means there's a lot more like depth in machinations in your brain. Makes sense.
Yeah. Regardless, needless to say, that was some chaotic ass BB tag, and I'm expecting more of it here. Just trying to back off a little bit, but run straight into the active swap Qie. Not going to be able to bait the burst there, but will be able to catch them there. And once again, no burst being baited. We're returning back to this Izoi, and that was some insane movement, but was not ready for the good old Yang 5B check.
Right now they're in a horrible situation, but they're able to get out there with a solid DP. They're able to push block, all the aggression is going down the drain, and it's going to be a nice burst punish. Translating all the way once again to the corner, trying to seal it with GH6P, but not being able to, and now a happy birthday.
Yeah, very good match there, and able to just kind of weave their way around. Yeah, actually, going to be catching into the super. I was going to say, weave around popping the Yang semblance, but opts to pop it right now. Let's go for that 4B check, but not working out. And the happy birthday might prove to be fatal here, as both characters are getting caught. Qie does return for the DHC, and there we go, HBK Man taking another game in a very chaotic fashion.
Oh, yeah, Qie's assist kit is probably one of the best in the game. It's pretty much, it gives like a lot to your partner. It has every time multi-hit, it makes like safe in pretty much all scenarios. and putting it on again, like with Yang, one of the most like explosive characters in the game, it makes it like one of the most like chaotic combinations that you can put.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen the potential for like power charge setups here. I'm not sure if the team has it, granted, but like just the fact that it's in the back can always prove very unfortunate for Fish Licker here. But like Renner's again returning back to the neutral in that same scenario, but navigating around it relatively well, but gets caught once more, but has the ability to burst out. But HBK man, no fear at all, just going straight back in.
Okay, nice B, catching this Sayori off guard. Oh, and a nice DP punish. Being able to kill Sayori pretty quickly in the game. Level 2 resonance and 4 bars, but it's going to be tough considering that Chi and Yang are pretty much full health. But right now he's able to get some chill hits to Chi and right now putting in the red zone.
Yeah, just 4Bs through the firecracker, just trying to navigate around the unironic zoning Yang here, and able to actually find the overhead. Going to be dropping the combo though, unfortunately, and gets hit by the 6P. Has enough meter to kind of stabilize this confirm, and this should be it here for Fish Licker, as they will be going down 3-0 against HBK Man.
Oh, that was a very chaotic match. 2 Janks in a row. Really, it's just like chaos for me. I need just to relax for a bit.
Don't worry. If it's anything to go by, what we have up next, you're gonna be having a lot slower of gameplay potentially, but maybe the equal amount of chaos. But yeah, our winners quarters side has kind of been decided. We already have Anima versus Patneko decided. It's going to be 3-0 for Anima, moving on to the semifinal side of the bracket, but we still have Midori versus Kraken Atkins, Serene Smile versus HGK Man, and XX underscore goo underscore babies underscore XX, aka Yo. I'm pretty sure that's Yo Face Scrub versus Church HB on the top side of winners quarterfinals. I'm very excited to be able to see. I'm not saying the full name again. Goo Babies playing for the potentially first time in this bracket for real, totally first time. Yeah, that's gonna be something. But first off, we're gonna be having Kraken Atkins versus Midori, and you know when I said slower gameplay, I think I really meant this here. Like Midori, currently locked in with the Blake Yumi team comp, and Atkins actually opting for the Mitsuru Vatisa, the team that I think they I think this is their one true love. This is not necessarily like the team that I would say they main nowadays, but like in their heart, this is what they want to play in life. And both of these players are particularly like, I want to say more on the patient side of things. So considering the kind of relative low damage of their team comps, it's also going to be a pretty low tempo match. It's so low tempo, in fact, that it's taking a while for the game to load.
Yeah, you said a slow game, so that means it's going to take a while for it to load. Oh, that's a shame. But you know what? It's not BBTAG without some good old black screen. But that just happened, but it sucks. But you're actually quite correct, actually. I'm surprised these two teams are well known to, having no damage, but probably like a strong neutral overall. Like Blake, if you have like the correct partner, because she's pretty like picky with her partner, you're able to get like pretty much a guaranteed 50-50 every time you do Oki and finish your combo. In the corner, you can do another 50-50 into a side switch. So it's like pretty much like mind-blowing. Of course, with Batista Mitsuru, of course, good old 5P just enables Mitsuru to, instant overhead, and then you need to face the rat 5P. So yeah, and both teams play slowly. They don't do any damage, but they control neutral once they have like the game going.
Yeah, definitely like a team that relies a lot on momentum. The Vortex, while not particularly damaging, is a really hard to get out of Mitsuru Vatista being Mitsuru's best, Mitsu focused team. Naturally, like Mitsuru is a pretty rare character nowadays. Wouldn't like by no means is a bad character, but is somebody that really struggles in terms of the overall metagame. Has like as you're saying, like has a lot of great mix, has that corner 50-50 like low overhead option, and has really strong neutral. Just doesn't necessarily have anything to kind of deal with the heavy space control metagame that BBTAG 2.0 kind of has to deal with. But like in a vacuum and in particular matchups as well that don't have the traditional like Adachi, Hildas, or other like zoning space control characters, she is a character that goes absolutely ham. And Atkins being probably the most dedicated like Mitsuru player that I know, has a lot of comfortability with the team and will likely show off the strength of Mitsuru here in this bracket. But Midori, not a Blake main by trade, but a character that she has been kind of practicing for a while now. Normally on that Blake high, but going in with the I definitely better team of Blake Yumi, but Yumi isn't their comfort zone, and even though Yumi is a brain dead easy character, Hyde is their baby, and like I'm sure it'll be a little awkward for them to kind of swap off that general playstyle for in favor of Yumi.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, and Blake Hyde is actually one of the best teams. Probably Blake Hyde, then Blake 9, and Blake Yumi. As long as Blake has a great 5P and 6P to work with, so she can be able to get the game. That's more than enough.
Yeah, they already started off with a counter round start, and gets the sandwich there. Yeah, that Blake 5P, one of Blake's best options. It can create a sandwich over here, but just trying to maintain the pressure. Mito does not have any push block, but just guess right on the 50-50 every single time and mashes on that conversion there and going for a little bit of a fancy route. I don't think they actually go for the traditional air rave ender, but actually going in for something else to create a 5-piece sandwich. Very interesting, but returning back to the neutral side of things, and yeah, just going to be playing it here.
Nice. Right now he's going to the corner. Oh, they got a bit nervous considering that 5P was able to cross up. Oh, nice burst. Probably going to be able to kill if they spend. Oh no, they didn't. It's fine. At the end of the day, they got JC. That button just steals off games. Nice overhead. Now it's solo Batista level 2 resonance. Not much to work with.
Yeah, solo Batista level 2 resonance. I have seen insane Atkins Batista comebacks from worse points before. But this is going to be a hard-fought battle. But putting Blake into the red touch area is a good start. Just going to be push blocking out of the scenario. Thankfully doesn't get hit by the 6P there. Batista counter hit. Or Batista not being able to counter hit really helped out there. Running out the resonance. And this is not, they're not the biggest mountain to climb anymore. But still, it's Batista. Not going to be a lot of damage on board.
Nice throw. Luckily for Mido now, Batista doesn't have like resonance anymore. Now they just need to get in. Yumi not looking that great in the health department, but they just need like one hit literally, and that's going to be end for Batista. But no, when they switch to Blake.
Yeah, thankfully it is a Blake starter, but this is looking like a relatively well-optimized combo, which will be leading into a kill despite not being a counter hit there. And Mito taking the first game.
I'm surprised. Blake is a great character, but the fact that they need to spend pretty much like 3 bars to make 7k in a like endgame like situation, it's quite saddening. Blake has amazing neutral tools, amazing mix of actions. But the thing that is like with her back is basically that she's picking with their partners. She doesn't work with everyone in the roster, and of course the damage.
Yeah, and Yumi perfectly makes up for all those faults there, like pretty much in every department, and going to be putting up a sandwich scenario though. Opsa guessed for the cross up, but it was just same side. Mitsuru going to be getting that corner position. Now you just gotta guess for your life. Bruh.
He actually pushed them out of the corner after doing the Wii 5V thing, and now J2A, catching them off guard. Not that much damage, but they're in a horrible position right now. 5P or able to make a sandwich regardless. They do burst to get out of the issues, and now it's back to neutral. And a punish and a happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm sure that this team has a lot of nice, safe setups there for Blake, but had the presence of mind to just call out whatever option, and even if it was put on block, that would have been a safe setup, and does frame trap there with the 5A, puts up the bits, yo bits! Going to be going for some type of throw bait, whatever, but not working out, and just gets 2B for their troubles.
Oh, after a throw, able to kill Batista 2 minutes, 2 seconds late the clock. It's solo B2 against Yumi, pretty much. Yumi needs just one more interaction and probably going to kill. They need to play very, very cautious, and with that throw, I think that's going to be game for Cognite.
Yeah, just keep it simple there with the throw combo. Able to tie up the set 1-1. Yeah, didn't really get to see a lot of the kind of Blake in this game for sure. That 16k health does come back to bite her quite a bit, as strong of a character as she is. She is very fragile overall, so got to be careful about what you do, even against a low damage team like Mitsuru Batista.
Absolutely. Let's see if they change something in their gameplay. Right now, playing a bit more passively and trying to, slowly trying to get in. Right now, it's good to not rush in, just trying to get cheap some damage, because one bad option and that can happen. Nice instant overhead, and with that, super makes it safe for any burst.
Yeah, just going in for another overhead. It's always a 50-50 whenever Mitsuru is on the screen. Thankfully, Batista able to body block. That could have been a pretty bad happy birthday. Mito opting to keep in the Yumi, but actually ends up finding a good place to go into the Blake. What a clash there. Yumi coming out of it still alive. Both characters not looking the healthiest, but definitely in Akin's favor right now.
Okay, all the way to the corner. This is a great place for Blake to start doing their 50-50s. Oh, that was not that great, regardless. It wasn't that safe, so they were able to just DP out of the way. And right now, they're trying to get in as soon as possible, trying to regain neutral once again, but now Cognite is able to get advantage and control neutral once again.
Yeah, just throwing out the Batista balls. A pretty potent zoning option overall, and a good way to get in the Mitsuru, but a 2B check going to be allowing Atkins this opportunity to get back in the 6P. Able to, oh no, did not keep it to a kill. Atkins kind of fumbling the bag here, allowing Mito to, guys, do a combo, please.
Oh, there is a turbo scenario there, 50-50 after the sandwich. Oh no, Batista doesn't do that much damage, but puts Blake in the corner. Luckily for Middle, they didn't commit. So now it's probably going to be a dead character. Yeah, single target. Plus DHC is going to kill Batista, but right now, both Korean and Mido are in a situation in which one bad interaction and that's game over. Rampage time though.
Yeah, this is the Rampage time, I think, definitely favors Mito a bit more. Unfortunately, could not stabilize into a ground confirmed there, but will be swapping over into the Mitsuru. Just throw out the Dwaz, Dwan, DP, throw bait as well into the throw. Kraken Atkins doing some, it's superly insane strike throw there, but working out to kill the Yumi. Blake's still in that one touch though.
Oh, that's a shame. The thing is that Blake pretty much excels in the air, but Mitsuru buttons pretty much cover the whole area. JJB. They're able to pretty much able to outspace Blake, and to outspace Blake it's quite hard because she probably has one of the best buttons to do in the air. And with that, Atkins takes the second game.
Yeah, but Mitsuru has, quite frankly, one of the most overpowered air normals in the game. The 7-frame, 12-frame active laser beam is crazy. And, Blake does actually have an option to deal with it. Her J is also 7 frames. Going to be started off again with that counter there. Gets the DP punish as well. Sets up the sandwich too. but Atkins having none of it, just DPing out of the situation and going for another throw bait.
Okay, 5B reaching, but not connecting with the 2C. Oh, nice stagger pressure, able to open up Batista. Oh, but no conversion with the JB. Yeah, that was pretty weird to do so. Oh, nice. They will cock lacking. Now that was a counter hit. Now all the way back to the other corner, and they're back in a Sandy situation, 50-50.
But so far, that was the most unfair lag spike I think I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if that was player side, but like, come on. Okay, we're gonna be getting that kill on the Blake at the very least. This is not looking good for Mito here, but does have a full health Yumi at least. Oh no.
Oh, luckily for them, Batista is able to drop up their array, so they're able to save. Oh, but right now, they are able to kill Batista with X-No players. And after a JC and a DP are able to clutch the win.
that was air DP too.
Oh, that was smart? A question mark?
Yeah, like, you know, I just gotta say, I said this game would be slow, and like compared to the tempo of the previous two sets we had, it is slower, but like, this is still like. This is still kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But we're going on to Game 5. This is for their winner side of the bracket. Gonna be backdashing to avoid the Mitsuru 5A on the round start there, but does get catch by the Batista, but just keeps on going in. The Mitsuru air button is proving to be too much, even for Yumi, and activating the cross combo. This is wild. Like this is the most amount of violence I think I've seen both of them want.
Oh, it looks horrible right now. Put the snow mirror. Nothing happened in the end. Oh, that was nice. Them to succeed. So they are able to get out of the station. They cannot burst. Active switch. Keep it safe. And so okay. Oh, they almost throw away, but at the end they fumbled it. And now they are once again same situation of 50-50.
Yeah, good, excellent defense so far, and able to mash out too, just calling out Atkins for their pressure. Not gonna get a huge chunk of change for this, but able to get some pretty solid tempo there, especially considering how awkward the start of this match is. This is looking all Mito right now, but the push block into the match going to be quelling some of that aggression. Blake Button's proving to be a little too awkward as they are able to get the punish there with the throw, returning the tempo back into Atkins' favor, and likely going to be swapping into the Mitsuru, and goes in for the quick kill on the Blake. The tides have turned so quickly every single time, but right now it is for sure in Atkins' favor.
Oh, it doesn't look really good. The active resonance, they have level 4. Maybe you can work with something. Oh, but 5P is able to catch up. This combo is going to probably last a very long. Half of the resonance time is already over. Now once again, 5A able to reach that far and seal the deal with nice super. Kraken Atkins taking the game. Wow.
Definitely, and just the real battle of determination there. Both players trying so desperately to like get in and like really oppress each other, almost to the point where there was a lot of setups that weren't exactly airtight, allowing for a lot of mash and just disrespect kind of on both sides. But at the end of the day, Atkins was able to get the kill on the character and snowball from there. Going to be moving on to the next side of the bracket to fight Yofei Scrub in winners semifinals.
Your first prob is playing? I thought it was Goo Goo Babies.
Yofei Goo Goo Babies, I guess. Sure, we'll go with that.
But you need to say their full name, XX Goo Goo Babies. I hate this already.
Look, I don't want to say XX_goo_babies _XX every single time.
But it will be funny though. It will be good content. I will appreciate it.
You know, if someone donates $100 to the Maturino, then sure, I'll say it every single time.
Hey yo, okay, let me get my wallet.
Oh God.
Oh, never mind. I have 50. Do you accept?
If you give me a cat, then I might be able to accept.
Oh, I don't know if I can FedEx you a cat. It will be a bit weird.
Okay,
But
I accept PNGs.
oh, that's cool.
It doesn't even have to be your cat.
Thank you.
Ugh.
But either way, we move on, and it's going to be Animal Bolivia versus Serena Smile. Interesting. They usually, of course, they go for grappler play, but this time they're using Tiger. This is actually quite interesting. It's going to be Blitztank Tiger against the Robo Sisters. It's going to be very interesting. I have seen Serena Smile play this team. They actually like know how to play this team, so it's going to be very, very fun to see. But I don't know. Pretty much, I is able to cut the distance really, really quick, so it's going to be very bad.
Yeah, like this is for all intents and purposes Series Hall's side team. For whatever reason, they really like playing against Aegis players, and like I guarantee you, it's not a matchup thing. I just think like he thinks it's funny. Like that's a very Serene Smile mentality, so I believe it.
Oh no! Oh nice! They were able to get the worst. It wasn't DP punished. They were able to do that. Nice DP, trying to maintain the pressure going. They're just mashing 4 and 5 to get the distance. They're going to get the punish against the both characters.
That should be a punish, I think, on Labrys. I don't know. Did you convert off that? There has been content going on. Actually, opts to burst the JC too, just in case, and yeah, you know, and his characters are looking quite low, especially against two 20k health characters. This slice advantage looks a lot worse than it actually than it looks too. Not able to get the punish on the 6-6 there from Tank, but will be putting both characters in a one-shot situation. Oh my God, Tager actually ended up body blocking, but doesn't burst.
Oh no! Right now, both characters look super, super bad. They're massive patient. They catching both from both sides. JB hitting from both sides actually was a detriment this time. And with that, Serene Smile takes the first game. That was so fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I can't imagine like these two characters like fighting Aegis. You know, their bigger hitboxes leave them more vulnerable to kind of Aegis's game plan, but like. I don't know. Just be bigger. Serene Smile says. just be the bigger robot.
True.
Is that why he plays this team against Aegis? It's because they're both robots. He wants to robot mirror them.
Yeah, this is actually 4 robots fighting it out. Who's going to be the best toaster? Up tank, red machine, or the actual toasters? He's going to be quite weird. TP able to hit Tigerbot now. Tank is on point. Can get some pressure going on. It's quite unsafe. Almost unblockable setup right there. Oh, this is looking very, very bad for Anima actually.
Yeah, it goes in with the EX Chain Knuckle, able to catch both characters as well, building up that red X, but doesn't have enough meter to really cash out anything strong. But this could change the tides here. Has enough bar to go. Ooh, yeah, I thought they were gonna go into some type of cross combo situation, but you know, doesn't need to do anything. Keeps it all meterless, and that Labrys in the back is going to be quite the threat once she comes right out. But you got to deal with the Aegis first.
Oh, this is not that great. This is a completely 180 of what we saw before. Yeah, that's the thing. The moment Serene Smile lost the advantage, and Aegis is able to get like that one hit, it's so hard to recover, especially if you're a big body like the Tiger and Blitztank. So every time that you're like after a X Megiddo Fire situation, it's going to be like quite tough to defend yourself because you don't have like that much auto shield options, not many like fast buttons, and those that are pretty punishable of their all. So maybe push block, but they can still like close the gap real quick with their Hia meter. So yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, and you know, it can't be underestimated. Like Blitztank and Tager do have really good DPs, but that is what they are relying on. You can't safe jump the characters, and so you know, I guess general game plan is a bit stifled by that. But even though that is the case, just the fact that you have to rely on a DP is always a threatening proposition against a super high high damage character like Aegis.
Nice force, avoiding all the situations on the way, but they are put right away in the same situation for different sister this time around. Nice conversion with the laser for playing 5P. And though they're trying to maintain as much distance as possible, no comparison with the 4P though. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but able to get the EX chain knuckle once more. Swats back into the Aegis. This is where it gets really scary here, but able to get a fight. Push block out of the situation, but Aegis going straight back in, base the DP, but no punish.
Okay, keeping this time lasers, 5P trying to close the gap as soon as possible. Magnitude working in funny ways right now, just trying to get some lasers trying to go in. Vex knuckle not being able to cross even though it was a projectile, that's so sad to see.
Labrys sucks.
No!
Labrys sucks!
No! That's so freaking unfortunate. Luckily for them, they were able to survive and switch to the Barrow Sister. But now, oh, it looks so horrible after the interaction, the command throw. Oh, now they are in the corner against Tager. It doesn't look great.
Yeah, going in with solo Labrys, and once again, you know, the EX chain knuckle is able to get armor through because, you know, Labrys can't have anything nice in this life apparently. And Tank Tager once again taking another game.
That was just so sad. That move is supposed to have lots of distance and of course able to avoid projectiles. But the fact that they tried to use the move appropriately and still were able to get punished by it and then get punished because of they do a DP, that's just so sad. That just like shows like the ability of playing Labrys.
Alright, yeah. Just going to be getting a nice 4P there. Able to also just DP out of the situation, and going to be getting a nice confirm here against this Tager. And almost, I thought they were going to bait the DP, but the size of Tager DP always surprises me.
Nice 4P actually has nice distance, and they were able to take 4P to pull them up closer and actually confirm with the 4P. That's actually very, very smart for be able to catch, but no conversion though. Oh, but that's going to probably be the character. Oh, but they're heavy, they have 8K, they're able to tank that damage. And right now, it's just trying to survive as possible, and now it's all of this tank.
Yeah, you know, Tager sucks too, man. Like, God, this is just unfortunate, but we'll be able to get this nice confirm here against the tank. Able to just kind of keep it stabilized too. That is 4 bars on deck. Going to be going over into the Labrys just to ensure a kill, and yeah, that's gone.
Okay, and with that, we are tied 2-2. The freaking robo battle right now. I'm getting the edge of my seat. This has been chaotic, sad, and amazing at the same time. A roller coaster of emotion, but that's pretty much this kind of like battles when you see like unorthodox characters that you usually don't see, especially paired together, like Blitzcrank and Tager. It always brings like what BBTAG really is in the table.
This game sucks, but I love it, man. Like, so many just janky interactions and just stupid BS that like it's a beautiful sight to behold, and you know, like you said. This is BBTAG. Just two insane people whacking each other with sticks.
That's the true definition of insanity. Right now, it's working for Serena Smile.
What's case in point? Why did I trade? I've never seen Mega No Fire. I've never seen Mega No Fire. It clashed and then it still hit him.
Oh man. A spark ball missing for a while. 5P fast. Oh no, but it got punished by the super reaction. That was nice. Only for them, they were just in green axe, so it was just like 4K, even though it was like raw super. No!
Okay.
That was like the old streak of the Tager book. And now they're in a bad position in the corner.
Oh my god, the armor! Like, as far as I know, Labrys doesn't have like good repeat options, so he can't cancel into a low very easily from that point. So, oh my god, from the heavens, DP there, going to be catching the Aegis. Nice 2B though to catch the Tager as well, and gets the cross, just gets a bunch of cross-ups. He's so big, he just gets cross-ups for days.
Man, they try to take as much distance as possible, try to avoid everything, but oh, they got deep punish. This doesn't look great considering that Aegis has like great damage input. Now his Soul Taker against the world gets a command grab. They were able to delay the, so now they got punished, but luckily for them, they dropped.
Wait, Labrys was. I'm about to have a little Labrys sucks moment. That was a Labrys good moment. Labrys good.
How is this possible? Punish? Nice 4P. Not enough damage though.
Okay, that's 5 bars on deck. They're able to loop the JC a bunch of times. I don't know if this is gonna be a kill. That should be. That should be it. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Okay. TP. Level 4 resonance. Level 4 resonance. They need to be quite careful. One throw and Aegis is dead. Oh. Damn. That was so stressful. I don't know. I will say that about Aegis versus Tager solo matchup. But that's just how, like, even though Tager, like, on paper is not a great character, it's scary to face. He has a gimmick, but that gimmick is so freaking, like, useful in these kind of scenarios. So, yeah. Congratulations for Anima for moving on.
Yeah, that's definitely good stuff to them. That it was one hell of a chaotic match, but a fun one nonetheless. Hope to see them more in the loser side of the bracket. But yeah, we will be okay, yeah, we're gonna be having Yo Face Scrub versus Kraken Atkins, AKXX underscore Goo Babies underscore XX.
Oh, how now Scrub lending Goo Babies their account. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, you know, locking in with a Wallstein Carmine, a team comp that I've never seen Goo Babies play before in my life. No, not a single time.
I actually saw Goo Babies on TNN. They're actually insane. They play like a Scruff, but better. I don't know, Goo Babies might be like #1 Scruff fan, or maybe he's the teacher of Scruff.
Who knows? Maybe it's the maybe it's the milk power up. They got strong bones. They got strong fortitude. You know, like it could be that, but we'll be going on. Kraken Atkins versus Yofi Scrub going to be the determining game to see who fights Anima in the winner's side of this bracket here.
Okay, this is going to be quite rough. I have seen plenty of times a Scruff using Wallstein and Hakumen. Usually they go for Carmine pair up with Wallstein, but these two characters together can cause like lots of havoc. Especially since, you know, after an active switch scenario, when they throw, they're able to charge up their super and then deal lots of damage. It's going to be pretty dangerous for Kraken Atkins that are not able to, you know, defend themselves.
Yeah, both characters are pretty clunky overall, but they have some nice buttons in order to kind of contest Mitsuru, but we will see how it ends up playing out here. You know, Scrub doing a pretty good job at navigating around Atkins' pressure, but just gets DP'd for the troubles.
Behind 6 feet, trying to force a sanity situation, but they were able to air dash back. That was nice. Oh, but the big body of Wallstein will work against them. Oh, but nice bars, keeping like all the momentum going. Oh, nice throw bait. Now it's all big damage to Hakumen.
Yeah, going to be going in here. What's the setup? Tries to go for the low, but just getting push blocked for their troubles. Doesn't look like a super threatening cross combo situation, but will be going in for a bit of a reset and a very nice call out there with the 4P. Are they able to get the kill there? No, not quite, and the Mitsuru will be put into this low scenario. What an interaction! What the frick?
Oh, what's better, a freaking super or a 2v of Mitsuru? That was so wild! It was a clash and nobody got hit by it, and it actually benefited Kraken Atkins and resetting the freaking neutral. That was just wild.
Yeah, but just gets DP'd there. That Hakumen DP being one of the best kind of avoiding tools in the game, able to cut through some projectiles here, but this is Yeah, Atkins playing it right, just playing it really slow, just trying to weave in and out, make it really hard for Scrub to approach. Like, this team has, like, really awkward movement. That is the best 4P from Mitsuru I think I've ever seen in my life. I didn't realize he could hit that high.
Right now, Scrub doesn't look in a great situation whatsoever. Oh, but 6P is able to actually connect. They had lots of range, and now it's like 180 of what was before. They're in a great situation. Super plus DHC, and that should be a dead Batista putting Solo Mitsuru on deck.
Yeah, the slow-paced nature of the match allowed Scrub just to get enough meter thanks to the Rampage time. Mitsuru coming in, gonna be quite a bit of health actually have to go through, despite how low Wallstein looks, due to the fact he's 20k. That might require a good amount of hits, but the Hakumen will be going down there. Just hit him with the Dwaws, push blocking out of the situation. This is gonna be really rough for Wallstein to have to deal with Bufudine still out as well. And I think with how the meter gain is going, there's not going to be a third of an Astral, but able to get the confirm into the Super. This could be very dangerous here for Atkins if they are called out. And you know what? As Atkins says sometimes, he bet his life for $1 million. And you know what? It did not work out there as YoFake Scrub able to take the first game there.
Oh, wow. That was so close. Though, even though at the end Scrub was able to win, I think Rock and Atkins, like, it was like constantly back and forth, right? Like every time like Mitsuru was able to get some space control plus neutral control with Batista, Scrub was able to get like an answer and then like force themselves into like their faces, and they were able to get like extra damage. So yeah, it's constant back and forward, and that's something I love to see.
Definitely, and yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a fight between a Goliath of a team and a more like mixed heavy one as well. Scrub guessing right on the 50-50, but will be getting frame trapped, and they're burst baited there by the 2B. Unfortunately, dropping the combo there, allowing Scrub to get a bit of a escape tool there, and able to stop the cross combo situation coming out from Atkins. Not a huge amount of damage on either side, but this momentum is looking quite good so far.
Okay, they switch characters, trying to get with the 4P. Oh, almost. There you go. Annulling the projectile whatsoever. And now it's a cross combo situation, not that threatening though. So they were just able to make like a swift transition to an active switch, and now Mitsuru is on point.
Yeah, gets hit by the overhead, but not faltering on the subsequent situation there. But Scrub being really on point at just up backing these situations. But I gotta say, Atkins ready just to constantly follow up on him, and going to be, while currently full screen against his owner, a little bit of a comfortable situation, but those big meaty claws able to catch basically from full screen and able to get the full charge Shifu. That's gonna be a lot of damage.
Look at that. 10k for just 2 mirror and recharge up. That's why this team, it's very dangerous to face against. Right now Atkins is in a very tough situation, but right now maybe giving those kind of options against Batista that is about to die is not that great.
Yeah, a little surprised they didn't opt to actually DHC to save her life there. That could have been could have definitely been worth it considering this situation. Atkins kind of well known for wanting to play with a solo character quite often, but just getting low checked as well. This resonance is definitely going to be running out. Wallstein has some pretty long combos and does hit the overhead as well, and that's going to be another full charge Shifu, and Mitsuru going to be put out of the equation. Scrub up 2 games now.
Oh, that's a tough. Twice in a row, those charge supers like really shows that this team has like ridiculous damage input, and they are able to control the neutral quite well actually. Like even though Wallstein, its grappler is heavy, he has the big midi claws. They have air dash. So for being like that archetype, they have lots of tools to work with, considering like other grapplers.
Yeah, like Wallstein's a little bit of weird at his archetype because of that, because he doesn't really play like a traditional grappler. He's a bit more of like a traditional like space control character, just with like huge normal that just so happens to have command grab. So in terms of like options to deal with zoning, he doesn't love dealing with it, but he has those options available. We kind of saw it there in that last game.
Oh, that's a shame. They are not able to confirm after that Sandish interaction. Right now, trying to make some control, trying to get some projectiles, trying to goal assist, but right now it's not looking great after this DP punish. Luckily for Atkins, they're playing Batista, so they don't have a counter hit at the able.
Yeah, looks like they wanted to go for some type of cheeky throw reset there, and actually ends up getting it. That's probably gonna. Oh, yeah. Little bit of a quirk with wall sign there. Off the enhanced super, he does move around quite a bit. Solo Batista, though, going to be, yeah, just going to be finding an opportunity to swap out. Able to actually whip punish there with the 5P. A little bit of a risky proposition, but, you know, like I said, all working out there. Trying to bait that DP with that 6P as well, and this is a... Yeah, that Hawkman going to be escaping with their life, able to confirm this combo here. Cashes out into the super as well. Yofei Scrub reconfirming their advantage here in this game.
Okay, oh, they tried to read the jump, but they got nerfs and at the end they got DP. Now it's a bit old, they're going to confirm it. They're all the way to the other corner, trying to maintain as much pressure as possible, but luckily for Scrub they were able to, you know, get the vehicle of him. And a throw, not that much damage, but at least they're going to keep them in check. So right now, it's pretty much even.
Yeah, it's been really on point with just catching out these jumps with Mitsuru's good air buttons here. Activates the cross combo, Batista's still in the back. Active swap just to put Mitsuru in a better position here. And yeah, we're returning back to neutral. This kind of very slow, neutral-heavy game, but the slash able to hit the Mitsuru 6P. Going to be a solo Mitsuru comeback to keep their winner's side life here. Can they do it? Tries to go in with a Kyle Kisuke, the run-up throw, but does get the whiff punish. Walled 4P, really good, but no full confirm.
Oh no, but they actually were correct. I think that was a cross-up. And at the end, I think it was, right?
I think
or
so,
maybe
yeah,
they tried
yeah.
to jump. Yeah, because
It was
they didn't like
ambiguous.
the... Yeah, it was ambiguous, because maybe they try to jump, and maybe the 4 frames they will like catch in the middle of the animation, or perhaps it was a cross-up. Either way, that was a very nasty like mix-up, and Scrub is able to seal the deal with that. Such an amazing game.
Yeah, and that's a bit unfortunate there for Kraken Atkins. Will be going 3-0, but a pretty hard-fought battle nonetheless, despite what the set count looks like. Going to be moving down to the loose side of the bracket to fight the winner between Orax and Lucky Naegi, I believe. And yeah, we have our top 8 currently lined up in tonight's bracket here. Very exciting night at BBTAG. Crazy for sure overall, but you know, it's... I think as soon as we get into the loose side of the bracket, it's important to remind everyone we do in fact have a match arena here for tonight. Make sure you go over and click that link if you are so inclined. Contribute to our match arena pot. In order to do so, click that yellow-orange contribute button over on the top right and put as much money as you'd like. You can put in as small as $1. You can be as big as 50. No matter how much you want to donate to the tonight's bracket pot, it is much appreciated. You can even be like me, donate 1 cent. Don't do that. That's like really weird, dude. But like, regardless, I kid. Any and all donations are very much appreciated, and you know, as a little bit of motive incentive, the people in the commentary booth will read out whatever you guys say in terms of your donation measures. As long as it doesn't get any of us canceled, it is all fair game. So that is an option here for tonight if you are so inclined. But we will be moving on to the loser side of top 8 to decide who gets to move on and who gets to fall in tonight's WNF bracket.
Indeed, and of course we have our first Adachi match of the night. That's pretty interesting. We have like more Janks than Adachis this time around, and this Adachi team, I have said many times before, is not like the best Adachi team whatsoever. Of course, Adachi pair up with nice properties that Akatsuki provides is pretty good when it comes to, you know, ACO plus BCO kind of scenarios. But when you get the BCO, an active switch, sometimes Akatsuki can be lackluster, but it really depends on how you play the game. And of course, right now Orax still sticking with Narukami still instead of Elizabeth. So let's see what's going on. Usually Adachi struggles with Yang, so let's see if they're able to adapt.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And already starting off well with that 5P check there. Going to be bringing in the Akatsuki, but immediately gets smacked there. Very nice parry coming out from Naegi. Maybe a bit slower here. Nice parry once again, but not able to fully confirm into any combo. And it's just, Naegi is making Akat 5A look like the best move in the game with how many like hits he's getting with it.
4P, nothing happened at the end. They decided to jump back and like, oh, that was I will assume that wasn't a bait per se, but they were able to get a bit punished. It wasn't like the biggest deal. It was just 5K. But regardless, right now they're on the red zone. DHE, they can confirm out of this. They got Semblance on top of that. Oh, that's going to be great for Orac right now.
Yeah, I was a little surprised about opting to go for that DHC there, but it ended up being a pretty smart call. Putting Yang in Semblance is a pretty big boon. Getting the DP as well. Oh my god, the Arakabi 5A actually whiffing is a little crazy there, but opting to go for the 5C punish. And yeah, just going to be putting both of Orax's characters in that red touch zone, especially against a Adachi. This is going to be a rough situation to be in. Oh yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, they tried to avoid BCO by doing 2C, but that doesn't work that well. BCO is to keep from behind because of 5B being a great button. And with that, that's going to be first game for Lucky Naegi. You'd love to see it.
You're saying Adachi struggles against Yang? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
To be fair, that was, they decided to gamble, and they won. And when you gamble, there are no matchups.
It's true. That's an objectively true statement. You know, most people do the whole probability thing, like the 5-5, 6-4 type matchup. It's just a probability. It's like sometimes, you know, most of the time you're on that 60, sometimes you're on that 4, sometimes you're on that 1 too. I get it.
See, that means Adachi is fair and balanced. It's just a matter of perspective.
Balanced my ass. Alright, we can rant about Adachi all we want, Adachi player here, but you know what? Adachi will be coming in, playing a little more aggressively, just try to play the matchup. Okay, you know what? Fair enough.
Bad matchup.
Yeah, fair. You know what? Fair. Fine. You could have that one. Sight.
Thank you. Now Narukami has advantage. Safe jump. They're able to punish the TP. Right now it's just solo like a 2 kill, 1 resonance. This character doesn't have that much to work with outside of some cheeky TPs. But right now, without like an assist, they don't have like that much mix. So it doesn't look that great for Lucky Naegi.
Yeah, 2 full health characters they gotta deal with too. Opting to pop their resonance as well. Opting to go for the super, like interesting decision. Orax just kind of backing off, and as I was saying earlier, Orax is probably the most patient Yang player I've ever seen. Still wants some of that blood. What the grab? I don't think that's connecting. Oh no, actually able to do it in time. Will they be able to build up the 4th bar in order to confirm into a kill? I don't know. And tries to go for a punish, but not fast enough.
Oh, there's no punish at the DP, so that leave Orax a nice window to switch Narukami. Oh, they're going to DP everything right there, and they see the shenanigans. They punish the 5C in reaction with a super, and now it's solo Narukami level 4 resonance against a Nakatsuki.
Yeah, this is a. I didn't even see that throw come out. Definitely very dangerous for Naegi, but does have those parries that kind of mitigated a block. The 2B, but the unfortunate spacing there kind of mitigated what could have been a good punish, and not a huge amount of value coming out for that resonance, but will be able to kind of end it off with a nice cross slash, putting Naegi into a potential 1-touch situation. A lot of health coming out from Orax's side too, so this is going to be a little bit difficult.
Okay, a Tatsu into throw. That's not going to be that much damage, but they got the accident American reset, and with that, they take the game.
Yeah, just a bit of an unfortunate flub there at the end there for Orax, putting Nai up 2 games. Still like an overall solid performance from Orax's side. Just I I can tell, there's a lot of growing pains when it comes to playing Naharkami. They're not as comfortable with the team overall compared to their Elizabeth team pump, but will be sticking with it throughout this set, and they're going to need to make a reverse sweep happen in order to stay in this tournament.
I think it's possible considering the great traits that both characters have individually, but when it comes to as a team, that's going to be like a bit complicated. Because like 2 good characters sometimes don't make like the best teams. So let's see if Oryx is able to get something on. But right now, Murokinagi gets the advantage.
Yeah, we didn't really see a lot of BZO setups coming out from Naegi's side, but we're going in. That's the Detective Pro right there. The BZO active swap into 5C.
And again, the DP5A into super, killing Jang pretty much early game, not being able to even get semblance. This doesn't look great for Arax.
Alright, yeah, Solo Narakami, level 1 Resonance, able to bait the DP though, but dropping the combo there, and getting put into a sandwich scenario. This is a good start there with a 2B, but try to bait the burst, able to get the trap though, frame trap though, and the burst bait. This is looking really good right now.
It's fine, they decide to go for cross slash, more damage blow, so key. It's going to give them a bit of advantage. Oh no, but they messed up the throw. They almost got the combo into a JB, and they got cross up, but right now they still have resonance in the pocket. Every time they feel threatened, they can put it in, and then lots of chip damage can come out.
Yeah, nice air catch there. Has enough meter to go into a cross slash, but was not ready for the punish and just gets 5P for the trouble. Orax trying so hard to make this Solo Narakami comeback happen. Didn't even get the chance to pop the resonance, and it's looking like they will be going down here against Naegi. A valiant attempt, but nonetheless 3-0 going over to their favor.
Oh, that's a shame. But it was a good game regardless. I think Lucky Nagi was quite smart when it comes to parrying most of, if not like all of Narukami's attempts of like trying to do 6P plus trying to get inside with Jang as point. Having that option really like messed up like the momentum of Orax like plenty of times, I noticed. So they played a bit more patiently this time around, I feel. So that's actually great.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to be moving on to the next side of the loser side of the bracket. It'll be Mito versus Momochunga. Definitely know that these two have fought quite a bit in the past, and with Mito playing Blake as well, but currently locked in with a Yumi team comp. So I can't remember if it went in Bumba or Midori's favor the last time they played around here, but playing a significantly better team, but the trade-off being a character they're less familiar with. So we'll see how those factors equalize here in this set.
Okay, begin. Oh, that was actually quite weird. They didn't commit for that, so they decided to go for Shadow Clone. DP is able to connect for both thanks to Larry's extend the hitbox. They got a nice burst punch to begin with, and that's going to be a nice chunk of damage. Plus, it's going to be Oki in the corner, so it's going to be a 50-50, which they failed.
Yeah, and already going to be put into that red hell zone. Has 4 bars on deck. That should be a kill on the Jin. Both of Mito's characters completely untouched too. And yeah, this is looking really rough for Momochunga, but does actually get the overhead check. Gets the overhead check again, but nice check on the throw from Mito's side. Going to try to get something going here, but a lot of these throws not working out, and the 5B going to be allowing the Blake to get going once again.
5B, they're in a top position. Push block trying to avoid everything, but right now push blocking Yumi's kind of hard. They were forced themselves into a sandwich, but that was a nice defense from Bomba, able to avoid all the shenanigans. But now they are like just level 1 resonance. They're able to get a hit, but no conversion though. Once again, 2 overhits, and they're able to get some damage thanks to Yellow.
Yeah, and it just gets hit on the wake up here. Bumachunga making the solo Labrys comeback happen. Level 4 resonance on the Blake. Still, this is in terms of damage output, this is Labrys' favorite, especially when you're getting hits just like that. It's going to even up the odds quite a bit. Next combo should put under Red X2, which I think could prove later with Blake, but going to be tempering some of that and allowing for this hit into a super. And assuming the next hit is in Resonance, this might be a one-touch even for Blake.
Oh, that's a shame. JC whiffing, and at the end they have like pretty fast aerials, and they were able to confirm into a super, and with that Bombachunga, precious. But it was a pretty like close set considering everything. Like Jin pretty much died after pretty like tough interaction. It was like solo Labrys all the way, level 1 rest, and they were able to go very far.
Yeah, you know, I say the classic adage, you know, like Labrys sucks, but you know, or their players are very dedicated people, and as a result, like they are, they're able to make do with some bad situations, and we're kind of seeing some of that there with Bumachunga's relatively solid Labrys game plan. Just couldn't take it to the end.
Oh no! Oh, there was tried to be a burst punish after that, but since Jin's burst is quite weird, they were able to get away with that, and after 5-2, they're back to neutral. That was very chaotic. With that, Mido takes a throw. They're going to be able to almost put in the Aoki. They drop it sadly, so right now they need to force themselves into a sandwich, and with that, they take the advantage.
Yeah, and once again, in a very similar situation as Game 1. Jin in a low situation, but thankfully, Labrys able to save her in the back, but this is going to be a pretty swift burst punish. Thankfully, not a lot of damage, but will be hitting the left-right 50-50. Goes in the cross combo, very smart. This likely will result in a kill. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Yumi Supers doesn't do necessarily the biggest amount of damage. Doesn't fall for the 50-50 in the corner, but you gotta play out of your mind in order to make this comeback.
Yeah, it doesn't look that great. Green Axe into the now it's solo Jin. Able to cross 5B, has lots of range. I think it's going to be just barely able to seal the deal after that with no resources. And with that, Mido takes the second game, this time with greater advantage. Yeah, it doesn't look that great. Yeah, the thing is, as I said before, Blake might not have the greatest damage input, but when she gets that Aoki in the corner, she's unstoppable. It's you are put in a blender, you need to pretty much overthink everything you can do. It's a 50-50 within a 50-50, everything can happen in that interaction. So I really don't blame Bomba for getting hit in that situation because I always get hit. Blake is a character I play a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, she is a super strong Vortex character, and it's always a guess with her. But you know, we're going to be moving on to this game 3 here. Unfortunately, got the punish there, but didn't quite believe it, and allowed Bumachunga to just get a confirm of their own, putting Blake into a pretty bad situation. Red Axe 2. This should be one. Actually, no, that is. Not quite dead, but not a really worthy trade-off there, as they did not burst out in time.
Oh, that was one of the interactions of all time. Right now, Yumi doesn't look that great, but still able to confirm that 5B after the 5P. Get super, get some Aoki, try to get the momentum and neutral going. Oh, nice throw after a 6P, that was nice. It's not going to be able to kill.
I just gotta comment. That's how Blake's throw work. It actually tracks where your opponent is.
I think so, yeah.
I honestly just never knew that. You know, there's something new every day. But Mido making this comeback happen, able to bait the burst too, and a bad start, looking into their favor, gets hit by the cross up there, and I think that should just be dead.
I can't believe it. At the beginning of the game, pretty much Mido got hit by the the wrong options every time. They were almost killed by Blake, and of course, after bursting and saving Blake, Yumi got hit by a 13k Red Axe. And at the end, they were able to survive because they were able to play the neutral and play with the resources. and the game plan of this team like perfectly spotless. That was amazing showing both for both players.
Yeah, that was really good showcase for Mito to be able to make do in such a poor situation. Really kind of proving just how much you can't underestimate play. She's got those really long buttons, so no matter like where you are on the screen, you always gotta watch out, and has such good evasive potential that is super hard for like a lot of characters to track down. And I think Bumachunga got a little too comfortable there and got a little overwhelmed considering the situation they were in, but nonetheless a good showing to both players. But Mito will be moving on to the next side of the bracket, 3-0.
Yeah, that was a very intense game. But I think right now we're going to lose, right? Lose quarterfinals, and it's going to be Kraken Atkins against Lucky Nagy.
Yeah, it is a matchup of players I'm familiar with, but like I don't think I've ever actually seen these two play against each other. Atkins has been playing the Mitsuru Batista all night, but I do know, like from, like talking to them and like listening to them, they prefer playing Hilda into Adachi matchups for sure, which makes sense. Commented on earlier, Mitsuru does not do well in this environment due thanks in part to a lot of these strong Adachi teams out there. Doesn't have a great full screen option. Yeah, we'll be swapping over to the Hilda Batista, what I would probably call their main comp, at least in the 2.0 era. Very strong space control team. Gonna be a pretty pain in the ass for Adachi to have to deal with, but thankfully got the Nkasi in the back to kind of deal with some projectiles. But we'll see how Naegi adapts here in this game.
Maybe we're not going to see it at all. It's just a freaking black screen again.
Yep, it do be like that,
Yeah,
PC
it's
tag,
fine.
boys. PC tag.
I love my PC tag on my PlayStation. That's just lovely. But yeah, of course, it can always be fixed with the lobby tech. So yeah, this sucks. But regardless, I think that choosing Hilda in this matchup is going to be quite beneficial. Adachi, the moment like that he gets hit by Hilda and is able to like not able to do ACOs or BCOs, pretty much the entire like game plan, it's impossible or almost impossible for him to recover. They don't have enough time for ICO. They try to BCO, pretty much Hilda can break the persona. They're in a pretty tough scenario in which the Adachi is forced to play on a like weird way instead of trying to go for a passive setup enable. Instead, they are forced to like go and try to be more offensive. And yeah, it's pretty much quite hard. It really depends who gets the first hit that determines the tempo of the match in this case of matchup.
Yeah, Adachi is one of those interesting cases of the grand scheme of BTAG. I think he has very clear bad matchups. And there are definitely situations where you wouldn't want to run him, despite how strong he is. Arguably like the best character in the game, and Hilda is one of those characters that I do think keeps him in check. But Adachi being one of those characters that has such good support potential that even though he has bad matchups, it kind of doesn't matter, as you kind of were describing, where like he can just get one hit and snowball out of control. And even if he himself can't snowball, those BZOs for like I want to say at least like 90% of the cast is just impossible to deal with. And as a result, like those bad matchups can be tempered with just some good navigation and good solid play. So yeah, we're gonna see how much Naegi can handle that as soon as they're able to get back into the lobby.
Yeah, it's a shame that this happens, but I'm going to keep myself optimistic. We have great games so far, and this can be resolved pretty quickly with the lobby tech. So let's hope that they are able to fix it quick, so we can, get as soon as possible back to the matches.
Yeah. So just good old BBTAG situation. But thank you everyone in the audience for showing up and supporting WNF. As always, it's been a pretty fun bracket so far. A lot of interesting team comps being played throughout the bracket. We're just talking about Adachi. The kind of menace of BBTAG in this 2.0 patch, and really weird to say, but I guess for most of the game's history now at this point. But yeah, we got Mitsuru representation through Atkins, even though they played Hilda. Serene Smile locking in with Tank Taylor, an absolutely crazy team. Blake being pulled out. Labrys, like 2 Labrys players in top 8 too. It's been a pretty fun bracket, and yeah, looks like will you be having, I guess, the other side of the bracket while they resolve things with Serene Smile versus Mito.
Well, makes sense.
Well, I do have an update. They are not able to even connect into the lobby.
Oh.
So, Atkins said that they will just take the DQ.
Unfortunate, but understandable considering the circumstances. Gotta get that bracket moving along. Yeah. Didn't get to see the fabled Atkins versus Naegi matchup. It just wasn't meant to be, but it looks like Naegi will be moving on to losers semi-final side, going up against the winner between Serene Smile and Mito.
Oh, that's great. Oh, but yeah, it's a shame. It's a matter of could use bad connection. It's always going to win that matchup, regardless. Oh, that sucks though.
I mean, connecting to lobby, that's gambling too.
Yeah. Because starting to play the game, it's a gamble itself. That only happens here, folks. So buy BBTAG. I think it's on sale right now on Steam.
Yeah. God, but going to be Mito versus Serene Smile coming up next. Tank Taker versus Blake Yumi. This is just funny to look at. You have these two petite, like, kind of evasive characters going up against just absolute units. We'll see. Serene Smile, last time they played was absolutely freaking chaotic. And Mito definitely one of the more patient and like solid players overall. What's it gonna be? 2C round start to anti-air. Yep, just about what I expected.
Yeah, Blake doesn't have an anti-air per se without expending mirrors. They're just trying to pour whatever they take. Oh, nice stagger pressure, able to open up Tiger, getting a good chunk of damage considering all low damage input of Blake. No punishing the burst though. Right now they're stuck in this position once again, and they're in the corner.
Yeah, good call out with a push block and almost able to get the confirm there. But this tank is just keeping this the Blake and Yumi locked down. Cashes out with the super and able to actually catch both characters, and will be able to whiff punish the tank as well, popping the CC just to get in the Yumi, but drops the combo.
Okay, oh, that was almost a nice bait. They didn't commit to it though. Okay, it's pretty much right now. I don't think Blake can kill considering they have 18k, and the scaling it's too much to even consider that factor. So now Yumi's stuck in the corner against the characters. Lucky for them, they're pretty much one hit scenario, so they need to be careful.
That was the stupidest DP setup ever. He called the 6P to mental frame trap Mito to not punish the DP. That's insane.
As long as it works, it works. It wasn't punished, it's a viable. Oh, this looks so awful. And that's a dead Blake. Oh, there's no way. Oh, yeah. Super canceling. Magnitude wheel. Now it's going to be Soul Taker against Yumi.
Yeah, just takes one and grab, pops the resonance right in front of them, but does not hesitate, does not worry about any throw set. He's just moving on them. He's just moving on them. Does get the low check, was probably turning there with a spark bolt straight through, going to be allowing some nice damage here on Mito, but goes in for the reset, but tries to back into the situation. It just gets frame trapped for their trouble. Serene Smile able to take it. What a game.
On paper, you will think that Taylor wouldn't have a chance against this kind of matchup, but Serene Smile is just built different. Absolutely unit of team. Just, breaking the norms of the freaking meta. You love to see it.
Yeah. Just gap. And by gap, you mean spin the wheel and, Serene Smile is a gambler. Like, he's a grappler player by heart. I know he really likes the zoner plus grappler, general game plan. But he's a grappler by heart. He loves that RPS.
True. Mind the gap. Okay, they are right now in a worse situation. No! The terrible DP. Luckily for them, it's not going to be that much damage since it was a 4-piece starter. Oh, the armor in the 5e! Direction completely.
Yeah, gets hit by the JC completely. Put into a sandwich too, but able to block everything here. It just goes in for the throw after the whiffed laser. Mito not ready for it and gets hit by the 4A, but not ready to punish it.
Fine, trying to maintain as easy as possible. Wow, that hit from behind the J3. It's totally fine. It's not going to be that much damage, but they're going to be in a terrible situation. Oh, they didn't commit to it. Push block that. Oh, that's just a 0 frame, so of course he got punished.
Yeah, it's just it's such a quick oh my god! Blake sucks!
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know what happened, but that wasn't part of the script.
God, yeah, and just tank, one-touch scenario, just crouching. Serene Smile not wanting to take him out here. Activating the cross combo, but just quickly gets stuffed out for their troubles. Not going to be able to confirm off that JC setup, but does not... Okay, does DP get punished? Fair enough.
Okay, this is a deja vu from last match. Yumi and Tiger, last chance. Level 4 Resonance though, going to pop right now. Trying to get in with 2B, right now who's looking. Trying to maintain as safe as possible. Tiger up close and personal is very, very dangerous.
Yeah, just trying to go for that classic push block Spark Bolt. Not a really effective tool to deal with Yumi. Actually got the frame check with the freaking 5BB Serene Smile, hitting him with the 2C check as well as currently up 2 with Tank Tager.
I think Tager is doing the most of lifting because it's pretty much Yumi Tager every time. We're pretty much almost set point. I can't believe we're seeing this kind of gameplay right now. I'm just astonished and appalled. But whatever. Serene Smile, grab a lot of heart.
Yeah, it's just that team uncomfortability with Blake. It's just they don't know how to properly deal with the Tater Tank gameplay, but looking a little better here as they're able to get some solid hits and a bit of a happy birthday confirm. Let's see if Mito can take it to victory.
Okay, they have an Aoki 50-50. They don't care. They don't care about 50-50. Nice. Boris trying to maintain Blitzkrieg alive as much as possible. 5B able to, first of all, armor 6B and then the 5B. Oh, this is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, able to get the push block. Has the 2 bars on deck. Cashes out into the super just to ensure that this take goes down. And this is the best that Mito has looked this entire set. But just, what's up with 5B? That Yumi Brain Rot coming in strong. Does not bait that DP, though. Blake is looking quite low. It's the 2B, but not ready for it. 5B starter. I know Tager is a 20k health character, but I'm really hoping that they just get the confirm here, as they will be getting the first win in this set. Pretty dominantly. Oh, I mean, looking at the life total, maybe not super dominantly.
I was just scared every time that Tager DP'd and got away with it. I know Tager has a decent DP and that's pretty much their whole gimmick, but damn, that was just scary. But yeah, I think if Mito keeps this time around, I noticed that they were playing a bit more passively instead of trying to go and fight straight up the Blitzkrieg up close. and I think that was able to, actually gave her more neutral advantage.
Alright, yeah, that is plus on block and able to get the low check as well. Mito once again looking pretty comfortable here in the start of this game. Able to get another punish. No happy birthday though.
Fine, 5k, not that much damage, but 50-50, they don't care. Once again, the DP, they roll to block, but the DP was ready on deck. Cross combo activation, trying to, I try to get in, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, right now, Smile is not in that great position.
Yeah, put it in the sandwich scenario, gets the 5B starter as well. Just try to extend the combo for as long as possible in order to confirm the kill on the take, and we'll just be able to inch it out there thanks to some good optimization. 5Ps or DPs on block there. I don't know if they wanted to do that, but here we are once again, going to be not respecting that DP either, and this is looking all Mito once again.
Oh, it was the 2 times in a row the freaking safe jump into DP, and they got punished and afterwards killed by it. So that's just important for Serene Smile. But yeah, as I said, mid is playing more safely. Like, they are controlling neutral way better. If you don't let both Tager and Blitztank like get in, pretty much you're all set. And Blake plus Yumi are so great at keep away.
Alright, yeah, going to be their final game. You know, as been stated by Stream Smiles and stuff, they don't exactly want to win. So they
Oh no!
I don't think Serene doesn't want to win, and like the game doesn't want to function. I'm confused.
Oh, this is not how the game is supposed to work. But regardless, Mid is able to get advantage once again after that weird interaction. Right now, trying to get some damage of it, but now there are great defense by Serene Smile until that happened.
Alright, yeah, you know, Tank was really low. Just trying to armor through everything and get just the DP. Okay, you know, the I don't want to win mindset is definitely coming out for Serene Smile. He could definitely have done more off that. He's just trying to get out. He wants to go play a different game. I get it. Okay,
Oh,
yeah. Just hit him with the 17k combo. I don't know how much this does.
I'm just surprised. Like, you cannot make this up. Why didn't you freaking super?
He just wants to get out. He wants to get out. He literally wants to go play a different game. Like, he's done.
Oh, you be brain rot, everybody. Oh man, this was the match of all time. Classic BBTAG. Shoutouts to all the players. Wow, I'm just like astonished. But either way, moving on to the next murder bracket, we're going to be seeing Anima against Goo Goo Babies. Nice.
All right, we're moving on. Winner side of the bracket, top 4 has been decided. We'll see how it plays out. You know, Yo Face Scrub, aka XX_goo_babies _XX. Only really got to see them once tonight, but they did do pretty damn well in the winner semifinal of the bracket with the Walled Hakumen team comp going against the Anima. Labras, I guess, enjoy. I've never really seen them swap off this team, and I doubt there's going to be a character swap coming out just to fight Scrub. But you know, anything can happen.
I'm aware that Anima has Wise. They usually play I guess Wise. But to be fair, I think Anima is like more comfortable with their main team. So right now, I don't think like a switch of partners is going to like help that much. But you know, everything is possible here in BBTAG, so we shall see.
Alright, yeah, this is going to be that Wald Hawkman team comp as always. Yeah, like I think it was commented on with Serene Smiles match, but like I guess can do particularly well against big body characters, but I think she'll definitely have a lot more trouble going against Waldstein because he has the claws to kind of snipe out Aegis's projectiles, and just the general range of it can make it difficult for Aegis to have free reign when it comes to applying pressure.
Oh no, that was badly worse. Now it's going to be like lots of damage. That was a nice starter for the combo. Oh, that was so nasty. Nice cross-up. And now Labri's pretty much in red hell, not in a very great situation, trying to get for a throw and then kill. And a happy birthday just to close the deal. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, a little bit of mistiming there on the DP, but the Aegis going to be coming in, dropping the combo a little bit there, allowing Scrub to just kind of get in, bust out super. Not a safe setup there. And now suddenly the life total is looking a little better, but the run-up throw is going to equalize them a little bit more.
Trying to get in with some JCs. Oh, but big midi close. Able to avoid the 6-6. And now that's probably going to be a dead character. Yes, super. They have DHC for trouble, so yeah.
Gonna be taking her out there, and just as I suspected, 236A, one of Waldstein's best neutral checks, gonna be a pain in the ass for Aegis to have to deal with. It's just so big, covers a lot of horizontal and vertical space, so her air flight path is basically going to be denied. And even with a partner, Anima's like kind of primary neutral helper is with that 6P, but I'm pretty sure Waldstein can just snipe it out with 236A and just kind of any of his big meaty claw moves in general. So it's going to be difficult for Aegis to kind of navigate through this matchup.
Oh man. Still, it's a bit possible, but yeah, without like the basic or like the most fundamental like neutral tool, it's going to be pretty much like hard to get the game plan going. Still, as long as they have like one good hit, they're able to confirm it to Orchia Mirror, and then yeah, it can all happen. They have like nice damage input, so it really depends on how everything plays off.
Going in, just getting push blocked for the troubles though, sets up a little bit of the same scenario, but will be capitalizing on that opportunity. Just bursts into Hawkman though, gets a little bit of a hit there, but no full confirm. That 5P piercing the heavens too, and gets hit with the overhead. This is probably dead.
It should be, right? Yeah, I think it was a nice starter, and no? Oh, well, it's fine. At least Aegis has like an opportunity to, keep safe, get some health. Oh, JB not like connecting with the DP. That was a bit unfortunate, but at the end of the day, like they just capitalized on that.
Yeah, this is for sure Scrub favor there. Unfortunately, not getting that confirm into the 6P there, but we'll be cashing out of the super with anima characters in that one-shot scenario, wasting a lot of resources, and just gets DP'd for their troubles.
Almost Labri's dying in that interaction. Once again to the 6A, reaching guys, and DP killing Labri's. Now it's going to be solo Aegis until it isn't, and with that, Scrub takes the second game.
Very dominant performance so far. Like, they're able to get some signs of life here or there, but Scrub, one of the most fundamentally sound players regardless of the team they're playing, and we're seeing that even though they're not super familiar with this team, they're able to just keep you locked down, and Anima's going to definitely need to find some type of adaptation in order to kind of get around Wald's big buttons, which has been really what's been giving them a pain. That 236A/5P coming out from Waldstein, it's really hard to have to deal with. There's not a lot of safe space on the screen for that.
Okay, for 50 minutes. Oh, that actually was pretty good. 6P was able to interrupt Hakumen mid-animation, so now able to get something going on, active switch into 5B, trying to conceal all the damage they can. Sadly, it wasn't that much, just 4K, but at least they got a bit of neutral, a bit of life, and right now they're just pushing through.
Yeah, making a lot of those adaptations that they need, looking excellently here. Unfortunately, getting sniped out, going to be reducing some of that bar from Labrys. But, you know, Scrub does drop the combo, allowing Anima a little bit more room in neutral. Wakes up with the super that it is baiting out, and this is it's time to, like, really get going. Actually, that's dead.
Oh,
That?
super.
Yeah, that there was an opportunity to burst out there, but Anima not taking it there. Losing the Labrys is pretty bad.
Oh, it doesn't look that great. Pretty much both of characters of Scrub are looking great in the health department. Level 2 Resonance, they're able to avoid all the projectiles that... Oh, nice aerial. Now it's going to be full on Scrub. All the time in the world of Resonance is going down, drain, and right now it doesn't look great for Anima.
No way! No way you just ran up, like freaking Yukikaze my man to win the set. Ain't no way.
Well, it happened. It's a Christmas miracle.
Just, you know, just a casual amount of disrespect coming out from Storm. Sealed the set 3-0, currently going undefeated here in this bracket. Moving on to the grand final set in a very emphatic fashion. Like I said, rude as hell, but you know what? We definitely take those.
Yeah, Gugu do be babing, as they say.
I think
Never say that again. Never
I
say
think
that
it's
again.
babies do be googling.
No, but it makes sense because Gugu is the first thing of their name.
Both of you stop with this line of conversation right now. I'm interjecting. We're cutting that off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to lose my job after this, man. But it was worth it.
Look, if Atkins can say some of the things that he has said on the mic, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I have heard. But
I'm interjecting before it gets to that point.
Yeah, don't worry. I am one of the most normal ones of the commentator team. So, yeah, this is probably one of the worst things I have ever said. It's just stupid, but at least it was funny on my head.
You're being integrated into the brain rot, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, I am now part of the family as well, I guess.
Welcome to the Team Sykes.
Thank you.
We won't pay for your therapy.
Oh,
There are no benefits.
None of us in here get paid.
Well, it doesn't matter. We get paid by watching and enjoying some BBTAG matches, which is a thing that we are going to see right now. Lucky Nagi versus Midorly. Nice. This is going to be quite interesting though, because Adachi struggles against Blake when it comes to neutral. But it's pretty much when it's like solo Adachi and solo Blake. When Adachi has like the all the tools in the world plus his kit, it's still like pretty even. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen.
Get ready. Get ready.
I'm sure these two have played quite a bit in the past, but I don't know how much they have experience against this matchup in particular. I know these teams are not
Earlier in bracket, by the way.
Yeah.
They did.
They did.
Yep.
Oh,
This is a run back. So
Oh, that's nice.
okay. So they do have experience.
Yeah, they do have experience. Either way, right now, I think really well for me though, with a nice happy birthday. Luckily for Lucky was able to convert the full happy birthday, so they just took a bit of damage. Nice stack of pressure with 2B. Now it doesn't look great for Akatsuki, and now it's going to be solo Adachi against the world. Pretty much like it's a perfect game.
Yeah. 5A, 5C on incoming. That is the most Adachi player thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, you made me proud, my child. You are an Adachi player. Well done, but now you get punished. Luckily for Lucky, that wasn't a counter hit. It's quite tricky to punish Atom Smasher in that situation. But regardless, right now Mido has all the advantage of the world, all the health, and right now Resonance is no longer.
Yeah, that Reptile Soda just got hit! Wakes up with the cross slash, but swaps over into the Blake. Probably smart there. There's going to be a counter hit, I think, so just preventing a confirm on any character.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the most active 2B I've ever seen in my life.
I'm surprised it actually hit. Usually JB of Adachi is able to win against that 2B. With that situation, I think that Loki didn't space it correctly, so they were able to like it hit the persona, but Adachi persists, so it expand the hitbox. That was so freaking stupid.
Yeah, and you know, with additional knowledge that I know they played, looking at the bracket, it did go 3-0 in Mido's favor in the winner's side of the bracket. And maybe Naegi's thinking of a bit of a team swap, but nah, just gonna be sticking with the Adachi Akatsuki. Godlove here this far, and they're just gonna let's just see if they can take it to the end, probably.
True. Although I don't think Blake, as I said, it really like crumbles Adachi usual game plan. So maybe they need to like figure out a way to play for that.
Yeah, just throwing out these 5Bs, just making sure Naegi is awake and yeah, just trying to play around in neutral. Very in and out play style from Mido coming out right now. Just trying to avoid everything, but currently Naegi has a bit of an advantage. Just backing off though.
Nice, they take the throw right now. Oh, nice. Oh, nice burst. Trying to get inside as fast as possible. 6B. Oh, and nice. That 2B usually lost against that JB. Lucky Naegi like showing a bit of life. But I don't know, they just need that interaction. But they didn't capitalize of it, no active switch.
Yeah, not able to get in the Blake safely as well. Naegi just kind of rolling around here with his Adachi. No BCO setup, very surprising there.
Okay, nice. Jay was able to hit touch meter. No, no cross complete. I'm surprised that situation. It's fine. It's going to not be that much damage, but it's going to put Loki in a very horrible situation to be at.
All right, yeah, that was very smart. Realizes there was a bit of an opportunity to just smack out Adachi or Akatsuki before the BZO comes out and goes into the cross call, but once again, Naegi not deciding to burst in the character and getting 5A for their troubles. Mido's looking to make a make it another one game here.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any issues here. Error Wave, 4P into Super. Classy sequence of events, and takes the second game. Yeah, it doesn't look that great for Loki for the moment.
Yeah, you know, there was a couple opportunities I think where the Adachi was really giving Mido some trouble. The especially with Yumi Point, the character they are a little unfamiliar with. And as I say, as we always say, you know, Yumi's not a particularly hard character, but it does take some time to get used to. There are some anti-air attempts on the Adachi to kind of snipe him out, but unfortunately, for at least for Yumi players, her anti-air does have a little slow head inval. I believe it comes on in frame 9, so it's a bit difficult to use as a reactionary anti-air, especially against Adachi. But you know, the Blake play just able to kind of seal out the game as always, and it's looking like it's starting off well here in this third game as well.
Okay, in the corner, 50-50. Actually, they weren't that close to the corner, so that wasn't a 50-50%. Oh, but that was a nice recovery, but regardless, yeah, that wasn't burst safe. And now Akatsuki is in a very like weird situation. Luckily for them, they drop the combo, so they become like once again too neutral.
Just sniping out the Akatsuki once more. Unfortunately, not able to convert on the combo, but will be maintaining the pressure and baiting the DP as well. But drops the combo and getting 5P for their troubles too. Blake in a little bit of a precarious situation, but Naegi actually opting to give up that space. And once again, that 2B not reliable against Adachi.
Not at all. Now it's Oki situation. they messed it up, but at the end they were able to punish inadvertently a DP, trying to get as much damage as possible. I think they're going to kill. Never mind, Satachi. I forgot he always kills. That's going to be THC, and that's going to be solo play against the.
Not in a bad spot at all. You know, as you're talking about, Adachi is pretty not super hard for Blake to have to deal with, but has that partner in the back. Nice push block into super, going to be making it a 1v1 scenario, and now suddenly they have a pretty significant life total. And no threat of Astral too.
Oh, this is what I was afraid about. Solo Adachi versus Blake. It's going to be quite tough if they... Yes, they just don't care, they just smash. And since it's 16k, it's going to be the first win for a lock in the set. Wow. Like, there is no feed at all.
How did you think this would go?
Just, you know, sometimes you just gotta run up and hit them. That is what I like to see. That's what I see Adachi's like to do. And sometimes it just works because for some godforsaken reason, they gave a character with BZO good damage.
Hey, hints. You know, BBTAG wouldn't be the same without that, you know? It would have the same essence.
I mean, you're kind of right, but like that essence be some of that like disgusting like street floor like muck.
Yeah, but it has some sort of charm, you know?
Yeah, you know, sometimes a blood splatter in a street is artistic.
I guess so. Right now, talking about blood spurting, right now, attach it's that great. Oh, they messed up the Sandy situation, so right now, I was about to say they have the advantage, but it's going to back to back.
Yeah, just DP's out of the trouble. Doesn't want to deal with anything Naegi has to deal with. And going to be getting a nice air to ground confirm. And putting Naegi's character in around half health. Getting the cross up too. Very much in their advantage for sure. And does not bait out the DP, allowing for a safe swap over into the Akatsuki.
Trying to air Blake is kind of a mistake in that part. Blake has probably one of the fastest aerials in the game. Trying to fight that is pretty much impossible. And now they decide to choose Adachi for the sacrifice, trying to pull as much damage as possible. 4 bars on deck plus DH. That's going to be it for Adachi.
Yeah, very smart of Mito to go into that cross combo sooner, just to ensure a kill. Katsuki coming in with really low health and gets put in the sandwich. No threat of the cross-up, committed to the 5B there, but matches on the way down. And Mito, after losing one game, able to take it and secure their spot in Lunar's finals. Guaranteed top 3 and taking the set 3-1.
Well, that was pretty great for both players. I think at the end, I noticed that Loki was adapting a bit more to the unorthodox playstyle of what Blake Yumi brings to the table. But sadly, I think both the matchup inexperience and the matchup itself really didn't do that much favors.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, top 3 locked in, as I said. Anima versus Mito to see who gets I believe it's a run back on... No, it's actually not a run back on either side. Yeah, so see if Anima is able to get a run back against Scrub in grand final side, or if Mito will get that chance in order to try to take them down here tonight.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's going to be the outcome of this match. There's a lot of sticking the table, so yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. Both of these players, as you said, haven't faced yet, so it's going to be a new matchup to watch. And yeah, now that I think about it, I haven't ever watched Blake's Midorly against Anima. So yeah, it's going to be quite fascinating.
Alright. Yeah, as I said, they're ready to start. Probably taking maybe a little bit of a short break just to recuperate themselves, and yeah, just gonna be going in with that Blake Yumi once again.
Get ready.
Yeah, I'm surprised they never switched to the main team. But you know what? I respected Ryan. They try to get consistent with the team, and the way to get consistent with your team is just to play as long as you can.
Yeah, but immediately getting hurt there at the start of the round is not a great sign. But able to get the sandwich scenario, but push block's just going to be preventing anything explosive from happening, but a good check against the Blake.
Blake doesn't look that great. Look for them, they were able to burst quite safely, trying to get in a bit, getting a chicken low, but no that big of a confirm though. Right now, oh nice, the overhead. Get a confirm and they're all the way to the corner.
Yeah, it sets up that sandwich scenario. What's it going to be? It's just going to be the grab and able to just get the enhanced supers in time, but unfortunately, only in Green Axe, so not going to be a huge amount of damage available, but the DP will be getting bait out. Mito left with a solo Blake.
Oh, it doesn't look that great. 6p. It's going to be 5 bars on deck. They have all the Assist Gouge. They have Red Axe. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it.
Needs to spend the bar, but well spent there. Blake going down, and Anima taking a very dominant game 1. Very much a, I definitely want to say, like, Blake is probably going to be a bit hard to keep down with Aegis, but thankfully she does have the advent of the bullets that she can throw out, which has a lot of vertical reach, which can catch Blake in the air, but it comes at a bit of a trade-off. The Blake JB/5B does reach far enough to the point where you have to be careful about how you throw them out, but at the very least, I guess does have some options available in order to deal with them. It's just a matter of finding the time and place, and we saw Anima kind of make some good adaptations here in this game 1.
Let's see this time begin a bit more aggressively this time around. All nice to be trying to catch Blake jumping out. Nice defense, push block at 5B, no confirmed though because he was the sour spot, and at the end, they were able to punish the burst. Right now, Blake in the corner, not looking that great for me though.
Right, the 5C check baby, putting her in that red hell zone. Tries to go for a grab to seal the deal there, but an excellent use of that 6B, able to catch the DP, allowing for additional pressure against this Yumi, but a nice mash is going to be getting some momentum, but like it's very back and forth so far. Vito dropping the combo, does get the 2A stagger though. This is their time to get going.
Okay, they're in the corner. Oh, that was actually a side switch, but they were able to get that DP. It's the first time I've seen Labri's DP working correctly tonight. So that's pretty nice. Oh, that was so hard to block. Couldn't blame for that. And they decide to keep it simple, no burst, and spending some mirror.
50-50, but just a jump there. 4 meters on deck, no burst available. Anima is definitely going to be ishing for a kill here. Probably has to spend the additional bar, but like I always say, 2v1 situation, always going to be favoring the 1 with the 2. And Solo Blake needs to make another comeback here, but already starting off with that sandwich, but not capitalizing on it. Mito going to be with punishing that. And dropping the combo, though, gets with punish to their own, but no full confirm.
Okay, trying to close the distance, nice, A2A, no punish the burst, it was in a very tough situation. 2B trying to catch Blake off guard there. Oh no! Bad DP over there, luckily for them, it's not going to be that much damage, but still, look at that. It's going to be able to kill if they're able to call assist. Oh, perfectly executed.
Yeah,
Second game goes to Anima.
Had to definitely squeeze that combo for all it was worth, but able to seal game 2, putting them in a quite the advantage situation in this set. The Blake, has been having some pretty solid neutral overall. The Yumi, like trying to support in the back. It's just like I think Anima just has enough know-how to kind of deal with the Blake matchup and just maintaining all the aggression as they can. I guess with her high damage output, basically puts Blake in kind of a two-touch situation regardless of the hit that she is in. And starting off with some Labrys confirms too is going to help out here, but Mito firing back with that air confirm.
Okay, 5B. Pushing them like even inward so they can do the 5G. That was quite interesting. Looking for them, it wasn't that much damage. That confirmed of the JC and so making the fire. Now they're all the way to the corner, and it was a nice combo. Unluckily for them, they drop it, and now it's all neutral back to middle.
Alright, in that same scenario, but gets out of it, but just gets hit by the 4P. That's unfortunate. Gets crossed up there, did the wrong input, but thankfully that could have been a fatal mistake there for Mito, but gets out a little scot-free. Both assists getting smacked there. JC check is going to be allowed for this confirm here, but how much gas do you have left in the tank?
Oh no, that almost killed Yumin, but they wasn't able to seal the deal. Luckily for them, Blake doesn't do that much damage, but some tick throw out there in 2A, that was very smart. That's going to be solo Aegis against the world. Level 3 resonance, 1 bar. It's pretty much possible for them to make a comeback easily. They just need a great hit, and I think that's going to be it for Blake.
Yeah, spam Mega Fire as much as they want. Cancel into that super. There we go. Anima taking out the Blake. Solo Yumi. Level 4 Residence is on deck. Have to be careful of that Astral, but you know, this isn't necessarily the best matchup. And a good confirm has just enough meter on deck. And there we go. 3-0 victory over here for Anima in a very dominant set. Going to be getting their run back against Yo Fave Scrub in the winner's side of the bracket.
Oh, that was a very intense match. This last game, I pretty much saw that Mito was like slowly adapting, but regardless, Anima played absolutely perfectly. They called out the jumps, they were able to get nice finishes overall. It really shows that even though they're not playing the best team that Aegis can have, it's, you know, Anima's team, and that's what makes them shine.
Definitely, but this mountain they have to usurp is quite the wall, to say the least. 3-0 victory, very dominant for Yo-Face Scrub in the winter side of the bracket. We'll see if they are able to make some adaptations in this grand finals, or Scrub's just gonna get a clean sweep throughout their bracket. But yeah, before we get onto the winners side of grand finals, I'd like to remind everyone we do still have that Matcherino available if you guys are so inclined to donate to it. Got $15 in the bracket, not too late to contribute just yet. If you want to click that yellow and orange, you put it over on the top right and donate as much money as you'd like. Any and all money is appreciated. It can be as small as $1, big as 20. Doesn't matter to us as long as you support our players here for tonight. And as a digital incentive, we do read out donations if they do come in. So please feel free to consider that option as we get into the final set of the bracket. But yeah, Yo Face Scrub versus Anima coming up next.
I do want to say
2 messages here on the match arena. 2 contributions. One of the Orphe that says I love BBTAG. The second one, I wish Super Creek was my mom.
I was gonna say I could take the hit for you on that one, buddy. But hey, you said it.
I wish Super
I am the
Creek was my
commentator.
mom.
I need to do my job. Don't worry.
But yeah, thanks to the Orphe and our very own streamer Ready30 for contributing $5 each, putting the bracket pot up to $25. So for sure, again, you know, still have some time to put in those contributions as was mentioned before. But yeah, we do have final match coming up.
Who the hell is Super Creek? I'm going to check that out.
No, don't tell
It
them.
begins.
Damn. Okay. Here, well, let's focus on BBTAG once again, folks. I don't need to Oh man. Maybe I should have left Master Chief took the hit. But you know what? I am a man of my word. I read the freaking thing. But well, it's fine. Let's just focus. Let's see. Run back. Scrub versus Anima Oblivia.
Alright, yeah, just, we'll see. Anima is gonna be in a rough position considering how winner's fight side goes or went out. Talking in with the same team with the Wild Hakumen.
Okay, oh, they were able to dash a bit forward, trying to perhaps bait and bad throw or TP. Right now they're playing a bit more passively this time around. Need to be careful about all the options they can have. Nice defense overall until that 5P, and now there's no borders, and they need to deal with full-on Hakumen.
Yeah, blocks the overhead check, but gets hit by the 2C and the empty jump low, forcing in the Aegis, and no punish there, so allowing Wallstein to just freely rain in, but this is still looking all scrub.
For a cheeky little overhead, at the end they were able to hit Labris, but Aegis was able to punish. Not that much damage, but at least they got a bit of damage in.
I don't know if that was exactly punishable, but that's a pretty big confirm here for Yo Face Scrub. Going to be put into this corner position, and the sandwich gets the burst out at the wrong time, and that's going to be a dead toaster. Oh, no! The scoop!
Oh no, they scooped the toaster. Now it's broken, they need a new one.
Bless you.
Scrub taking game 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
and, once again, just the momentum shift needs to happen here for Anima. Once again, just like a very dominant game for Scrub for sure. Just that corner position is his comfort zone, like pretty much with any team. And Scrub just knows how to deal with just the universal defensive options that are in this game. So it's always so hard to deal with him. Anima's gonna need to do something crazy.
Oh, that was horrible. That was a horrible trade.
I guess that was crazy.
That was crazy, but for the wrong options, that was a nasty crossover. I will have gotten hit. Now they're in the red zone. They're able to confirm. Oh, it's not looking very great right now for Anima.
Yeah, just trying to get something on the way down. The Scrub train just continues to roll into town here. As the 5 bars available, it does block the overhead. Hits the low though, and that is another broken toaster here.
Oh no, lots of toasters are getting broken. I'm very, very sad. And now Aegis just has level 1 Resonance, not much to work with, against pretty much a full health team. Of course, it's not impossible, it's going to be very improbable.
Yeah, Scrub playing relatively patiently, just trying to weave in and out of Aegis' effective range. Nice just utilization of Hakumen's buttons to just break anything that Anima decides to throw out. 2A check could have led to death, but the Shippu going to be allowing for a potential kill, but not quite.
Okay, if it goes there with the jump! And that's going to be a broken toaster. Second game, tournament points perhaps. Oh, it's not looking very, very great. Yeah, this team of close and personal is very, very scary. You don't want to have a Wallstein like near you in the corner. It's pretty much very, very scary.
Yeah. Like it's just so many things that Anima has to adapt to. Just Scrub's pressure, Scrub's offense, and like even like some of the defensive options you can throw out, especially with that Hakumen DP. It's just like everything needs to be addressed here in order to make something happen in the round start already going into Scrub's favor.
That great 7.2k to begin with. Oh wow! Nice comparing to the command grab. Not looking that great. Nice throw. That's in the Labris, and pretty much this doesn't look great.
Stop! He's already dead.
Level 1 Resonance, not able to do anything. Full hell on the Scrub part. It looks. But at least they got a bit of hit. There is no punish in that. They still have Resonance, but it's not looking like very, very possible right now.
Yeah, red health was available. Goes into the Hawkman. That's going to be a full charge Shippu, and you know, Yo Face Scrub once again proving that he is the unstoppable force here. Clean sweep throughout the bracket. No games lost. 3 over Anima twice. And yeah, that is going to be a very dominant tournament set here from Yo Fave Scrub, aka XX underscore goo underscore baby.